Want to know what it's like to be a jungle predator that's smart enough to use guns and pick up women? Grab a Wiimote and get ready for
Far Cry Vengeance.
In this game, Ubisoft unleashes the beast on Nintendo's motion-sensing Wii system. Vengeance seems to understand what it should be doing, but be warned, it may abuse its owner and has a bad case of the mange. Jack Carver is a soldier of fortune type who drinks a lot to cope with the fact that someone injected him with a serum that turns him into a bloodthirsty man-beast. A cute girl comes along, dragging him into a mess of trouble that can only be solved by dual-wielding machine gun pistols and chucking grenades. The game doesn't give you much background, and the cutscenes aren't gripping enough to keep you trudging forward, but in a game like this, the action should speak for itself. Missions take place on impressively large maps and are all keeping with the game's Jungle Island theme. Brief on-screen messages and a blue marker on your compass will let you know where you need to go and what you need to be doing. And checkpoints let you pick up where you left off when you die. It's typical for the genre, and it works just fine here as well. As you go, you'll come across a nice selection of guns. You can hold 3 different armaments at a time: a handgun, a medium-sized gun like a shotgun or assault rifle, and a really big gun like a sniper rifle or rocket launcher. It's a pretty good selection, but there's nothing out of the ordinary either. To transport yourself across long distances, you'll hop into a boat, pickup truck, jet ski, ATV, or whatever happens to be lying around. You'll also gain a few new abilities, like the ability to jump super high, and a stronger arsenal as you move from stage to stage. The objectives basically check off every box on the generic FPS list, and that's probably the best way to describe the game overall: generic. Adding to this feeling is the multiplayer, which is limited to just 2-player split screen. As you would expect from a first-person shooter, you do a lot of shooting people on this island. You can freely look around using the Wiimote, or hold the A button to do some precision shooting. Alternately, you can get all beastie on your foes with your animal instincts. Highlights include healing yourself by waggling the nunchuck controller, which may or may not represent you scratching your ear with your hind leg, moving at extremely high speeds, and tearing into your enemies with your bare hands. While you're in Predator mode and you see red claw marks appear on the screen, flicking your Wiimote forward lets you leap onto an enemy like a rabid beast and wallop the ever-loving crap out of them. It feels pretty good to streak through the air like some kind of half-man, half-human homing missile, and in an otherwise typical shooter, it's the best thing about the game. The various actions with the Wiimote all feel pretty well done, with the exception of the thrusting motion needed to zoom in with your sniper rifle that never fails to screw up your aim. You control vehicles using the analog stick on the nunchuck, which lets you aim and shoot at the same time using your free hand. Sounds good on paper, but in reality, vehicles are frustrating and don't add much to the game past simply mixing up the action a little bit. You might want to enjoy the game, but it won't be easy. It just doesn't play smoothly. Other important elements like good looks and smart enemies have also fallen by the wayside. Far Cry Vengeance cuts corners with a vengeance, sabotaging itself so that it manages to fall short at every turn. The implementation of the Wii controls is solid, but there's no getting around the fact that this is an old game that's been repurposed for Nintendo's new controller to make a quick buck.
Jesus, I barely got to first base before you crashed my party.